We are under the bright lights tonight as MLB Network welcomes you to this presentation of Major League Baseball. Opening night here in this brand new season between the New York Mets and the Washington Nationals. Hello again, everybody. Baseball is back. Welcome to our special opening day broadcast on MLB Network. I'm joined by Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. The staffs for these two teams sure to be a focal point as this series moves along.
Hey, just like any team, pitching is going to be the key factor for this ball club as the year plays out. I'm sure the staff will have its ups and downs, but putting together some quality outings early in the season could do wonders for this club getting out of the gate with a good start.
It's a date that's been circled for weeks, and it's finally here. Opening night on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Max Scherzer gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. Dan, any thoughts?
Max Scherzer. Hello, Chief. It's Max, and it's not Agent 99. This is one of the best pitchers in the game of baseball. Upper to mid-90s fastball, powerhouse slider, and a great changeup. If he brings his A game, it's lights out for the opposing team.
Jeff McNeil is in to start things out as he swings and misses at that one at strike one. 1-1 to the Mets leadoff hitter. The 1-1. A little bouncer. And we are a long way from summer tonight, and even 40 degrees at first pitch. And another foul ball. Lays off 2-2 now.
Man, this guy's a grinder. Fouls off good pitches and doesn't seem to swing at the ones just off the corner. This guy's a pitcher's nightmare.
Really good at-bat here from the leadoff hitter as he'll force him to throw another one. The 2-2 one more time. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
Brandon Nimmo comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. Bases are empty, one man out. Swung on but fouled off to the left.
He's got that certainly timed up now. I'd be shocked if the pitcher goes to the well 3 times in a row with off speed.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
At the plate, Dominic Smith, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Past battles with Scherzer, he's 0 for 11. He's also gone down on strikes 5 times. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. 1-2 to Dominic Smith.
Only 1 strike away from throwing a very strong first inning to begin the ball game. He looks sharp.
And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
When a pitcher puts you in the proverbial rocking chair like he's doing right now, you have to take a deep breath. You can't start trying to guess along with him. Trust your fundamentals and stay on that fastball.
Too high, ball 3.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
Now the payoff pitch home. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Pure dominance on the mound as he strikes out the side in order. It's on to the bottom of the first. No score on MLB Network. The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The shortstop, Trey Turner.
The pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. A little too anxious there. 1-1. One and two now as that one's fouled off. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch. And for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
Into the box now, Luis Garcia. As he'll come up empty there as he misses the off-speed pitch for strike one. And that one yanked just foul. One out, nobody on. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball. And he got him.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Here now is Juan Soto. As he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike one. In previous duels with DeGrom, he's 3 for 15. He's taken him deep once. 2 out, nobody on. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1.
Back-to-back strikeouts in the first right here. Pitcher is setting the tone, pounding the zone.
Changeup just off the black, and it's 2-1. 3 balls and a strike to the Nationals left fielder.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes. And a great inning here as he gets another punch out and strikes out the side in order. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. We are still scoreless. Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso.
The first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Popped him up. Gomes will wait on it. And very quickly, one gone.
That is it. The right fielder, number 30, Michael Conforto.
No one on with one down. And up next, the left-handed hitting Michael Conforto. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. The 1-0. It's the outside corner, strike 1. Well, time to look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Yeah, Dan, we got Dave Lawrence behind the dish tonight. One of the best in the game, I think. Consistent and well-respected, accurate strike zone.
D-Bro, you hit it right there. He makes you bring the ball over the plate. Will give a little bit off the strike zone. I think the one thing that's important that he does, he has the same strike zone in the first inning. You'll see that same strike zone in the ninth.
Hey, I still believe in my heart the best pitch is a well-executed fastball down and away, and that's exactly what that is. He swings at that. That's off the end of the bat. That's not hard contact at all, and that's an easy out for the defense.
Here now the 2-2. Nasty breaking ball swung on in the dirt. Gomes has it. He makes the throw to first. 2 down. Next up from New York, Francisco Lindor, as he'll dig into the left-handed batter's box.
Yeah, this is his power side, Matty. Definitely quite a bit more pop in his bat swinging left-handed.
He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. And it's a called strike to even the count at 1.
Hey, guys, that fastball just registered 97 miles an hour. On a night like tonight where it's super cold out, if you don't get to head to that baseball right there and you get jammed, it's almost like getting stung by a pack of wasps.
2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Full count now, 3-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Fouled off. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Soto is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Down in order go the Mets. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the inning now, and next it'll be the left-handed power threat Kyle Schwarber.
The right fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Get it ready, big boy. This guy's throwing 3 digits right here. The best way I can help the fans is 90 to 92, you can usually see seams. 92 to 95, it starts to really quicken up on you. Over 3 digits, you're seeing a white blur.
1-1 to Schwarber. Oh, looked like he was towing an anchor there. 1-2. Into the windup and the pitch. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
Boy, he's really on a roll in the hill right now. As we roll through it again, remember, he struck out the side in the last inning, and now he picks up right where he left off by striking off the leadoff man here. Let's see if he can keep this going for a little bit.
Josh Bell the next to hit, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. And we'll see if he can at least put the ball in play, something the first 4 men have been unable to do. Count even at 1-1 to the Nationals' first baseman.
Whew, that was some gas. Triple digits on the radar gun.
A ball and 2 strikes.
Wow, that's 4 straight Ks. He's knocking them down. He's looking for number 5 right here. You can tell this guy on the mound, he is pitching with a whole lot of confidence in this one.
Here comes the 1-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2. There's Starlin Castro. He'll follow next. And this is strike 3 called. Make it 5 straight punch-outs. 2 away now.
Man, he is looking flat out unhittable on the mound right now. That's 5 straight punch-outs. I love it, but I think he might want to get his defense involved at some point so they don't fall asleep.
Here's Starlin Castro, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. In previous duels with DeGrom, he's collected 11 hits in 36 at-bats. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. And there's ball 2 now.
After watching that one go by and a ball being called, you could rest assured he knows he's not getting away with another one of those. I guarantee you he's going to be aggressive on this next pitch.
The 2-1 home will not catch the zone. Ball 3.
Call didn't go his way on 2-1, but it's important here on 3-1 to still make a quality pitch. You have to have the mindset that you're still the one in the driver's seat.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. And he fouls this one off. And my goodness, how about this? He struck out the side in back-to-back innings, 6 in a row, and the inning is over. Nationals gone in order. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. J.D. Davis the next to bat. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the 3rd after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
And now a pitch on the way.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
2-0 now. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Just a little bit off to start the third now. That's 3 straight balls.
Here's the 3-0 pitch. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
They haven't been able to register a hit against this guy, but at least they have a base runner here. We'll see if that leads to something.
McCann.
Next for the Mets, James McCann. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. He's set. Here it comes. Ball 1.
He's certainly searching out there on the mound. 5 straight balls in a row. You have to take a strike as a hitter right here.
The 1-0. Fly ball out toward left center field. Robles waits on it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Next to hit, Jacob deGrom. He could be bunting here in order to stay out of the double play. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Ball 1, taken just off the inside. The 1-0 is laid off for ball 2.
And this guy can hit a little bit too, so you just can't lay one in there 2-0.
Davis stands at first with 1 out. That one's in there on the black. 2-1. Lays off the changeup, and he's ahead in the count now. 3-1.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
The 3-1 pitch. A swing and a miss for out number 2, and a ball he had no chance of making contact with.
In a double play situation, you kind of expect most pitches to be down in the zone, hoping for a ground ball. So that was an interesting pitch selection to go up in the zone. I think he caught him off guard a little bit.
So here's Jeff McNeil. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. The 1-0.
Nope, that's ball. Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
Both teams so far yet to crack the hit column. Hard hit to first. That's a hit, the first of the game for the Mets. He'll hold at second, and there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, one of the things that makes it so tough to pitch is you consistently have to make good pitches. Even on 2-0, you just can't lay one right down the middle.
Yeah, I'm sure he wanted to nip a corner right there, but hats off, challenging 2-0 in a fastball count. He came and got some.
And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo. No balls and a strike to count. Two down, runners at first and second. Left side, but well foul. The 0-2. And now a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way. That one nearly got him. Nimmo with an even count of 2-2 now.
Now 2-2. This is the pitch where you want to attack the zone. If you go 3-2, then you put the runners in motion.
Third inning, no score to this point. Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
He's set. The payoff pitch. Grounded up the first baseline. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Payoff pitch on its way. And that pitch misses for ball 4. So some intrigue now as the bases are loaded here with 2 away.
And that's 2 free passes in the third inning alone. So you have to wonder if maybe it's something mechanical or if it's just psychological. Got to get back on track here.
Digging in will be Dominic Smith. Struck out in his first at-bat.
Sometimes you just got to tip your cap to the guy on the mound. He's getting paid to try and get you out as well. Anytime it gets up there north of 7, 8 pitch ABs, sometimes it just comes down to pure execution. Let's see if he makes the adjustment right here.
He's already walked 2 in this inning already. This guy just can't seem to find the strike zone.
The 1-0. Well outside with the curveball for a ball.
This is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like that. You can't just lay one in there, but you also don't want to run the count to 3-0.
The 2-0.
Hey, that's just a great mix of pitches right there, and that's what this guy's going to do if he's going to keep this team off balance.
The 2-1. Count even at 2-2.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Got to find a way to keep his hands back.
Again, another foul ball.
Hey, have an AB right here. I know it's frustrating the heck out of the pitcher. You keep fouling these pitches off, maybe one misses over the heart of the plate.
He stays alive, still 2-2.
Hey, 5 foul balls in a row. Loving the battle in the box right here, making the pitcher work.
The 2-2 pitch.
Hey, this has been an epic at-bat right here. I don't blame the pitcher for a little nibbling right there. Maybe get a swing and a miss. He didn't bite on that one, so now we go full count.
He's set. The 3-2. Fouled away. Counts full. The pitch. And the 32nd pitch of the inning is swung on and missed, and that will retire the side. A big-time strikeout and some raw emotion as he gets out of the jam. We played 2.5, no score on MLB Network. Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. First pitch of the AB now.
1-0.
Now the 1-0.
88 on a changeup? I remember when an 88-mile-an-hour fastball wasn't all that bad. Man, the game's changing.
Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here.
Man, this has been a game filled of a lot of swings and misses. Not very many confident swings, and this team up there, they'd swing at a butterfly right now if it flew in front of the plate. Lots of swings, lots of misses, a lot of ugly at-bats for this team right now.
And he'll reach to his left to make the catch for out number 1.
The center fielder.
Striding in now for the Nats, Victor Robles. First offering. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2.
Usually you see chases outside the zone on off-speed stuff like sliders, breaking balls, and changeups. But to chase a fastball that far outside the zone tells me this hitter's not seeing it well at all.
2-2 the count. Nationals have yet to crack the hit column thus far. Tried to bury one down and away, but it's a full count now, 3-2.
Pretty easy pitch to lay off there, 2-2. Not even close to being in the strike zone. He made it easy for the hitter in that one.
Too high, and that cost him ball 4.
Well, that was a slider in a 3-2 count, and it just didn't tempt him enough to get a good swing. A good job of pitch recognition and knowing the strike zone to draw the free pass there.
In now for Washington, Max Scherzer. First offering on its way. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. The 1-1. Little slide step action there, Dan.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2.
Okay, if you're in this lineup right here, game on, boys. I know he's got power stuff, but if he's going to come middle of the plate, you better be ready to pull the trigger.
And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full, 3-2. Robles leads off first with one away. And he is in complete control now. 7 strikeouts as this is swung on and missed for the second out.
Boy, he's got great stuff today, doesn't he? That's 7 punch-outs now here in the middle innings. He's up over 1 an inning up to this point. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can change their plan of attack and start to put the ball in play. But right now, that's just not happening.
Reined in. Over to first, and that retires the side. So it's no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left. All set for the start of the 4th. And up steps the power bat of Pete Alonso.
The old adage, pitching and defense have been stellar so far. They've certainly kept both offenses in check.
First delivery to him. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but he's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. And it's fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. 3-2 now.
Well, that sets up a big pitch right here, Matt, because you don't want to lose the leadoff guy in a scoreless game. It's tough to work around the leadoff walk.
High and deep down the left field line. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. And he could only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat. So bases are empty with one out now. And up next, the left-handed hitting Michael Conforto. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. A ball and no strikes. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
Too tight with that one. 3-0.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had the green light here. Matter of fact, I know he's got the green light here. He's looking for something set or cut, and he's looking to do damage.
And he won't even have to take the bat off its moorings. A 4-pitch walk here.
And with the bases empty and 3 balls, I think they were probably just saying, hey, we're not going to compound our mistakes here. Better issue a free pass and give him something to drive.
And that'll bring in the switch hitting Francisco Lindor. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
Fouled off. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. There's 1. Relay to Bell, the double play, and that's how the inning ends. Like clockwork, a 4-6-3 double play to end the threat. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. So now into the box is Luis Garcia, set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Luis Garcia.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And a bit too high with that one. It's 1-0. And he looks at a changeup in there. 1-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. On the run is Nimmo. He can't get there in time, and now it hops over the wall for a ground rule double.
Hey, he started the offensive production with a bang right there. That's the first hit of the game, and it's a good one, driving that ball to and over the wall for a ground rule double, and he's basically able to stroll into second base.
Juan Soto to the plate now. He offers at it and hits it in the air to left. And that's going to fall for a base hit. And they'll get it in quickly. It's 1st and 3rd now with nobody out.
This is their time right here. This starting pitcher has been on point all day. Runs have been at a premium. They have an opportunity to do something special right here.
Standing in now, Kyle Schwarber, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1.
Well, they've yet to hang a number on the scoreboard, but it looks like they've got a great opportunity from the breakthrough. Going to be pretty demoralizing if they can't.
No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the Nationals. Now a curveball knocked down at home plate. And he'll just beat the throw to second. He's in there. And he gets the slider over here. It's 2-1 now. A little too tall that time. 3-1 now.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
Here's the 3-1. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
This is a situation where the offensive player just needs to do his job. Take inventory, infield back, get you a ground ball somewhere in the infield, preferably off the corners, and get your team a lead.
And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
The first baseman, number 19, Josh.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Josh Bell. 0 for 1, went down looking his first time up.
Yeah, in today's game, certainly don't get completely reprimanded for too many strikeouts, but no one likes to go down looking. Expect him to be a little bit more aggressive at the dish this AB. When you're hitting in a situation like this, you have to find a way to slow your heart rate down. The pitcher's the one with all the pressure. You're looking to keyhole something middle of the plate and drive some runs in.
Couldn't get his hands through there, and it's 1-1. Lifted down the line in left. And they can't run it down. Hit weakly back to the mound. He'll throw home with it. They get the force at the plate, but no real shot at 2 as he's safe easily at first.
Number 13, second baseman, Starlin.
Up next, Starlin Castro looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
And he can't allow the same thing to happen in this situation. This is a big-time spot in this game. He's got to find a way to put the ball in play.
In there, strike 1. Swing and a liner. But this will get foul for strike 2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way.
He got a mistake right there, but missed it. Can't foul that pitch off in a big spot. 0-2 count. Heater caught too much of the zone.
And this one's inside and high. 1-2 now. Count is even at 2-2 to Starlin Castro.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
Sent on the ground out to second. 1 run is scored. Throw won't get him.
Hey, even though we're in the middle of this one here, D-Roll, that's a big base hit and 2 RBIs to boot.
Yeah, you never know when it's going to come, Dan, but when you see runners in scoring position, you're up to plate, your eyes light up, and you have to come through for the team. Great at bat right there.
To the plate now, Yan Gomes. Very weakly on the ground. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Has a look, now the pitch. And he fouls this one off. Bell on second, Castro at first, 1 gone. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him.
center fielder, number 16.
Next, it'll be Victor Robles. Worked a walk in his first plate appearance. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Too high, 1-0. To the National center fielder.
Hey, time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. And no one will get this one. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
There isn't a hitter alive that doesn't love hitting in fastball counts like 3-1. It's usually a pretty fruitful count in terms of getting a pitch to drive.
And he misses with it for ball 4, so the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
That's a nice job to work that walk right there. Even if it doesn't lead to anything on the scoreboard this inning, it prevents the pitcher from having to lead off in the next one. Just one of those small things that might go unnoticed, but in the end, make a big difference.
Now to the plate, here is Max Scherzer, 8th batter of the inning now with the bases loaded and 2 away. And this is taken outside for ball 1. Bottom part of the zone, and the slider is in there for a called strike.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
And now a fastball, but he's able to hold off on it, and it's 2-1 now.
You put yourself in this situation, you got to get yourself out of it. You got the pitcher at the plate, 2-0 count. You got to take your chances and throw something middle of the plate.
The 2-1 pitch. Down the first baseline. Scooped up, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So they do strike for 2, but it could have been much worse as they strand the bases loaded. We played 4 full. The Nationals are out in front here, 2-0. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've already worked out 3 walks, so he feels as though that kind of willingness to let the opposition work themselves into trouble will continue to result in good things for them on the scoreboard.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. All ready to go in the top of the 5th. And into bat next will be J.D. Davis.
J.D. Davis.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Oh and 1. Here it comes.
1-1.
And this is low, ball 2. 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. The 2-2. Lofted in the air out toward right center. And that's in there, base hit. So only the second hit he's given up tonight.
Yeah, Matt, he's locked in and pretty dominant since the first. So as long as he can get back in that groove with the next batter, he's not going to worry too much about it.
So now to the plate, James McCann. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. flew out in his only at-bat so far. The 1-0 is a fastball that misses. Nobody out, runner on first. And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike. Two and 2 to the Mets catcher. And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far.
That's just a great pitch, both on the call from the catcher and the execution. If he hits it, there's a good chance it turns into a double play ball, but it's also a spot that's going to get a lot of whiffs too. That's excellent pitching.
Into the box, Jacob deGrom, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Struck out in his first at-bat. Up top, it's 2-0.
He's going to have a talk with the umpire after this half inning, because if he's not going to get those calls, he's got to come a little bit more over the heart of the plate, and that usually means damage done.
Fouled away. Davis, base runner at first with 1 out. And he misses again, ball 3. The 3-1. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with a single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores him. Then who knows what kind of roll they can get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn. He swings and sends it in the air out to left center. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And they are on the board with the sac fly, as this is now a 2-1 game. So stepping in is Brandon Nimmo. A base knock to the outfield could score the tying run from second. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And a curveball in for a strike.
Although he doesn't use that pitch too much, if he's able to steal some strikes early in the count, could be something they have to think about.
And this is high, a ball and a strike. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Lifted the other way to left center. Left fielder is on the move. He's got it as the tying run is left on base. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. Last half of the 5th coming up. Washington leads this one 2-1. Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and in the bat is Trey Turner.
The shortstop, Trey Turner.
First offering. And a slider tails outside for ball 1. A 1-1 count to the Nationals leadoff batter. Now the 1-1 pitch. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Oh, and he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game. pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the second time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
In now, Luis Garcia, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. And there's ball one. Hit to first. Oh, look at the sliding stop. How about that? Now to the plate, Juan Soto. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. First pitch on its way. The windup and the 0-1. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2. Fastball is looked at for strike 2. 5th inning, 2-1 our score. Early swing there as he pulls it foul to the right side. Ready with another 2-2. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. They still lead it 2-1. So now here is Dominic Smith, and he'll lead things off against Max Scherzer.
Dominic Smith.
And now the first pitch. A high fastball is in there.
This is why the manager pencils these guys in the middle of the order. Big spot, time for them to get back in this game with a couple quality ABs.
And he lays off for ball 1.
Boy, that's one of the toughest pitches to lay off. A hard breaking ball at the back foot. Tough take on a terrific pitch.
Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
A couple of strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at bat, trying to get ahead and put himself in a good.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
No hitter is ever going to feel good about taking the hat trick with 3 strikeouts in a game, but I will say he's not the first guy to have a terrible game against my men on the mound. And you know what? He won't be the last. We all know he's one of the best in the business for a reason.
So here's Pete Alonso. As Scherzer's able to move ahead of him with strike 1. No hits to this point. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on. And if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
Conforto.
plate now, Michael Conforto, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball one. He'll attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first two guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Hit sharply on the ground. Castro has it. Throw on to Bell at first, and the side is retired. Mets go down 1-2-3. Our score remains 2-1. Bottom of the sixth inning now, and standing in is the veteran outfielder Kyle Schwarber.
Kyle Schwarber.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. A high fastball is in there. Action in the Mets bullpen now. It's both a lefty and a right-hander that start to throw. And the pitch.
Down 1-1.
Breaking ball that drops in for a strike.
You could tell this guy's got great feel for all his stuff right now. To break out that nasty hammer right there, this guy's on point.
Really pulled that one across as the slider misses well inside. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
Now batting, first baseman.
So that'll bring up Josh Bell. He reached on a fielder's choice previously. First delivery to him. Too high that time with the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball one. And through 5 1/3, already coming up on 100 pitches here.
Yeah, Matty V, this pitch count continues to go up, up, up. Near 100 pitches here. He's not even through the sixth inning. And Mark DeRosa, this is right where you'd like to have a pitcher like this guy.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of stress pitches for him, you know. Usually you can throw 100 pitches, and if you're not taxed and there's not people in runners in scoring position, you could be all right. But he's had to grind this one.
It's 2 balls and a strike to Josh Bell. And it's fouled away. Low scoring game thus far, 2-1 here in the sixth. Hit hard on the ground to second. He's got it. Throw in time at first for out number 2. Now it'll be Starlin Castro. Singled in his last at bat.
Castro.
First pitch on its way. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes.
The guy in the mound is having one heck of a night, but the downside of that, if you're going to strike out a lot of guys, your pitch count is going to be high. So this gives the offense some kind of hope as this game's getting down to the end.
The 1-0. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Waiting on it is Nimmo. And that will end the inning. Nationals gone in order as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Wander Suero is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. Now at the plate here is Francisco Lindor. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
Francisco Lindor.
He's set and the pitch. First pitch is a cutter looked at 0-1.
You know, some guys just don't like pulling the trigger in a 0-0 count. They don't like the ambush tactic. They like to calibrate the speed, maybe pick up the brake. They want to know everything your ball does before they pull the trigger.
Now the 0-1.
He's had to be sitting out over that outer half of the plate. For him to take those first 2 pitches right there, finds himself 0-2, I'll be surprised if the pitcher doesn't go right back to that spot.
Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
And that's his strikeout pitch right there. You know, you'll see a lot of guys swing right over the top of that one. But in this situation, he was able to hold back. That's a nice take.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. Gomes gathers it, and he makes the throw to first. Lindor is retired, and there's 1 away.
You know, professional catchers make those plays look easy most of the time, but that was a big play that shouldn't go unnoticed. Had he found a way on, he would have represented a tying run, so that was a nice job there to make sure that strikeout didn't get wasted.
Into the box now, J.D. Davis. As he gets a good curveball here to start the at-bat, it's strike 1. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And it's 1-1.
You know he wants that on the mound, especially if it would have made the count 0-2. Didn't get it, though, so now you have to make another quality pitch on 1-1.
Now here it comes. Chop towards first. Bell scoops it up, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Stepping in next, James McCann. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, big time K last time up, and it's been a tough series for him so far. You can tell he's just not seeing the ball off this team. Let's see if he can make an adjustment right here.
And that misses for ball 1.
You know, because this is just a 1-run game, this doesn't strike me as a situation where he's going to be working around a guy. I think he's going to challenge him right here.
And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. Bell has got it, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Mets. They're down 2-1.
7th inning stretch.
Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Joey Lucchesi will come on to pitch now as he'll move into the 8th spot in the lineup on the double switch here. Tomas Nido will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Yan Gomes. Now here's the first offering. Committed to that one a bit too soon as it locks him up for strike 1.
Boy, that's a jam shot right there. That's as good as it gets, in my opinion. Whoo, up and in.
Into center field, line drive base hit. So the leadoff hitter in the inning reaches safely for the Nationals.
Center field, number 16, Victor Robles.
Victor Robles digging in now as he hits one on a line to left field. Smith has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1. Ryan Zimmerman will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here. Alex Avila will come on now and run at first base following the injury. Has a look, now the pitch. Tried to hold up there as the appeal goes to Ricky Holiday at first, and Holiday says he offered at it, so that's strike 1. 0-1 count and the pitch. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. 0-2 count, and the pitch. And a swing and a miss by Zimmerman as he sat down on strikes here. There are 2 away.
The batter.
Here now is Trey Turner, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. First pitch on the way. Swing and a high fly ball out to left field. A ball that's tarrying. And he makes a nice catch on the track as that ends the inning. Nationals leave 1. They lead it 2-1. Alex Avila will stay in the ball game as he'll likely do the catching from here out. Will Harris is out from the bullpen as he'll get his first work of the season here on opening night. Now at the plate, Tomas Nido. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. Pitch on the way. And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Here comes the 0-1.
1-1.
Hey, after those 2 breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
Now the 2-1. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning.
People always talk about how important getting the leadoff man on base is, and it's true. So in the 8th inning of a 1-run game, that's a really nice job of attacking a hitter and sending him packing.
At the plate, Jeff McNeil, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Good breaking ball there, laid off for the second strike.
You got to cover the whole plate now after letting him steal 2 strikes on the inside half.
The 0-2 pitch.
Count 1-2.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
And he strikes him out as well. So 2 punch-outs to begin the outing out of the pen.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
So here's Brandon Nimmo as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Could we see another strikeout here? It's 0-2 now.
1 pitch away from wrapping up a very good innings work out of the bullpen here.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. And that's taken high for a ball. It's full now. 3-2.
Boy, went from being in the driver's seat to now being in some trouble. Had the count 0-2, started nipping at the corners, and the next thing you know, this count stands at 3-2.
Fouled off. The next 3-2. Look out as this bat shatters on impact. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Another one sent foul. Making him work out there. The 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Count remains full. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Another full count pitch home.
6 fouls in a row. This is turning into one of those epic at-bats. Who's going to blink first? Is the pitcher going to continue to attack the zone, or is the hitter going to come outside it?
Hit down the line at first. Bell brings it in, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Mets go down 1-2-3. They still trail it here 2-1. Stepping up is Luis Garcia. He bounced out last time up.
Third baseman, Luis Garcia.
Now the first pitch.
1-0.
Oh, and he had him guessing there, and it's a ball and a strike. Hit hard towards center, and that falls in for a solid base hit, his second of the night. So the leadoff hitter reaches base safely, and now it's the run-producing part of the order with nobody out.
The left fielder, Juan Soto.
To the plate now, Juan Soto, as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike one. Garcia gets his lead at first, nobody out. And it's quickly 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game.
That's the 3rd time in this game he's gone down on strikes. Not the game he was hoping to have when he was taking batting practice, but at least his guys are ahead.
Into the box, Kyle Schwarber, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. 0 for 2 for him to this point. And he falls behind 0-2. 1 out, 1 on in a 1-run game. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Man, the pitcher let the guy off easy right there. That 0-2 pitch wasn't even close. I'd rate that as a non-competitive pitch.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be two? On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Nothing doing for Washington. They still lead it 2-1. Brad Hand comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth. All set for the start of the inning, and next to bat will be the outfielder, Dominic Smith. Now here's the pitch. The 1-0 is looked at for the first strike. Taken, but called for strike two on the outer part of the zone. The 1-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
Heading out towards shallow right. Schwarber has to come in a few steps, but he has it for out number one. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso, struck out in his last trip to the plate. Here it comes.
That's the exact spot to lean on as a reliever. As a hitter, you just have to tip your cap and look for the next one.
One-run game here in the top of the ninth. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Unable to find the zone with the slider. And he struck out again. That's the third time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best two-strike approach either.
Standing in now, Michael Conforto, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball one. His career line against Brad Hand, he's just 1 for 6. The 1-0 delivery. A ball and a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. And they set up away with the fastball, but it misses. 3-1.
Time to narrow your focus up there at the plate. In a one-run game, he doesn't want to walk you, so there's a good chance he's going to get something to handle right here.
The 3-1. And this is swung on and missed, so now they find themselves down to their final strike tonight.
He got a swing and a miss on that last pitch, but that's not the location he wants to live in against a hitter of this quality.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
And a nice job here to come in and slam the door. That's his first save of the season, but it certainly won't be his last.
Close one tonight, 2-1 the final score. The Nationals took the lead in the fourth and held on until the end. Max Scherzer gets the win on the mound, his first of the year, as he racked up 10 strikeouts in the effort. Jacob deGrom takes the loss despite striking out 11 batters. Brad Hand hammers down the save, his first of the year. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and Heidi Watney on the field, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network. Have a good night, everybody.
The final line score for the ball game tonight: